Okay, welcome everyone. So we've got a good group on tonight. Thanks for joining us. Um, so I'll start, and those of you who don't know, Brian and I were both in the coach test group for 2B Mindset.
And our wives.
And our wives, yep. And they both did great. I mean, we all did great. When did it start? It was like February 1st, right? So February 1st through, and the group was only 1 month long. So it was like the beginning of February to the beginning of March, right? And, I can tell you that I lost 10 pounds. Amanda, she lost 11 pounds just in that 1 month, And Brian, I mean, how much did you guys lose?
I lost 4. And Andrea was almost 8, 7, 8, something like that. And just to give you guys a little background, I didn't go into it to really try to lose weight, but I just wanted, obviously, coach test group and experience it. But Andrea, my wife, and a lot of you guys, some of you guys have met her on Coach Summit and trips and stuff. It's very hard for her to lose weight, and I get so not frustrated. I feel bad for her because, and just like a lot of us, right? She's following the program, she's doing the workouts, we're doing the meal prep, we're following the meal plans, and the results just aren't coming. And 2E Mindset was a game changer for her because they came, and that's really never happened before with. T25, 21-day fix with following the meal plan and doing the workouts. And she still worked out. We're going to talk about that, about working out with 2B. But did 80-day obsession and but not every single day. But so that got me really pumped and really excited that there is something special about this program. Yeah, just want to say that.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, what I found was it was the simplest plan that I've ever followed, okay? And I've done Weight Watchers, I've done Beachbody, I've done like everything. You name it, I've done it, And like Brian was saying, it's like I've gotten to the point after I lost the initial 40 pounds with P90X, right? Way back in the beginning. I really just stopped losing. It's like I could, if I gained some, well, then I could lose it and get back to where I was. But I kind of hit like a stopping point, right? And it didn't matter. Like I did phase 1 of 80-day obsession. I did the time nutrition. I stuck to the containers exactly. And I lost 0, nothing, And then I started the 2B Mindset. And with 2B Mindset, there's no counting calories. There's no counting containers. There's no counting anything. You eat as much as you want. Literally, you can eat all day long if you want. Okay, and I did, and I lost weight, and it was amazing that something that you don't have to track, you don't have to count containers, you don't have. The thing that I hate about the Beachbody containers is like they limit your vegetables, right? It's like you only get 3 green containers. And, what is a green container? Like 5 calories? Isn't that ridiculous? Well, 2B Mindset, you do not limit vegetables. It's her slogan is veggies most. If you want to eat, you eat veggies. It's a high veggie program. And she calls herself, Alana, she lost 100 pounds, by the way, and you guys have all seen her videos, but she calls herself a high volume eater. And she said that we had calls with her every single week. And she says that she, and I'm sure she does, that she eats more than all of us combined, or all of us, individually. And she showed us, do you remember that, Brian? She showed us like her snack container, and it was like this huge container of vegetables, and that's what she would snack on during the day. You know, it'd be like,
Peppers.
huh?
I said the peppers that she
Yeah, it was like,
turned
you
it
know,
on to
3
those.
peppers and, you know, 2, you know, tomatoes and I don't know how many cucumbers. And, you know, it was just huge, you know. And, you know, that's how you can do it. So you can eat a lot and you can eat and be full and satisfied. Um, and you can still lose weight with this program. And you don't have to worry about, oh, how many green containers do I have? And oh, what time do I have to eat them? And oh, you know, it's after, you know, my workout, I can't have this or whatever. You don't have to worry about any of that. So I love that part of it. What about you, Brian? What did you like about the program?
Oh, the program itself, like you said, it is simple. There's a lot of moving parts to it after there. Well, here, let me start here. Does everybody know what 2B stands for? Who knows what 2B
I don't
stands
think they do. Go ahead and tell them.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. If you see Alana in her pictures, you'll see her doing this all the time. And what that is 2 bunny ears. Okay, so 2B mindset stands for 2 bunnies. Okay, and the 2 bunny ears are actually the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 simple keys to the whole program. And then after those 4 keys, there's more intricate stuff that builds onto those 4 keys. But it's basic. It's simple, basic. And I know most things that work really are simple things. But it's just committing to doing those things, committing to getting it, to following the 2 bunnies. And I think the success that came from it, from us and from everybody that was in the group, was being in that group, you know, being in that group setting. So that was like my favorite part, and having Alana on the doing live calls with us, which she's going to do in the coach group that's going to launch as well. You know, that was really, and answering our questions and stuff, that really fueled everybody. And you guys know how important it is to be, I mean, we're coaches, right? We run groups, how important it is to be in a group so that it gives everybody a little bit more push, a little bit more discipline to do it. So the 2Bs, the first bunny, simple, right? Water first, okay? And we, in my groups, we always do this, you know, with the water challenges and things, because I don't even get enough water. But when I was on the 2B mindset, I made it a point to follow the program and to drink all this water every single day. And it made a difference. Same thing with my wife, and it made a difference. So it's water first. And like I said, she goes into more detail on exactly when to drink your water, you know, drinking it before meals and things like that. She has videos on it. So something, you know, so simple you can still break down into exactly how to do it and how to make it most efficient.
They said that the program also is going to come with her water bottle that she always drinks out of, the 30-ounce water bottle, and it's going to have her sayings and stuff all over it. So that'll be cool.
And she's got some crazy sayings. The second bunny is Veggies Most, and Greg mentioned that. And that is basically, you know, eating veggies at every single meal. And she goes into, even though there's no tracking or containers, she does go into percentages. You know, what percentage of veggies should you have for your, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and what percent should be veggies and what percent should be proteins. She has her own food groups too, which I like. You know, it's veggies, it's proteins, the carbs, the FCCs,
or fiber-filled carbs.
Yeah, fiber-filled carbs. So it's specific types of carbs. Oh my God, what's the fourth one?
Silly foods, right?
Oh, your alternatives. Your like your sauces and things like that. And so she has her own kind of, like Autumn has all the color containers. Well, she's got but she's only got 4, so it's not 6, 7 or whatever, and a teaspoon of this.
Accessory. That's what she calls it.
Accessories. Duh. Yeah, accessories. So it's only 4 that you do, and it's veggies most. That's the second bunny. That's the most important one. Water first, veggies most. Water first, veggies most. So every meal that we had, even with breakfast, having that omelet, just loaded with veggies, just veggies. And I love veggies. I'm not Carl Deichler, so so that part was pretty easy.
And then what's the other 2?
No, I'm throwing it back over to you.
Oh, you want me to tell them the other 2? Oh, now you're putting me on the spot. Okay, so the one that for me, this was no problem at all. It was the weigh yourself. That's the third one, right, Brian? So the scale. So the one thing that she said when she announced this to the group, it blew people's minds. They were rioting in the group, and what it is she wants you to weigh yourself every single day. Okay. See, you guys are already like, what? This is stupid. No, but it makes a lot of sense, and for me, I've always done that, so it's no big deal. But what she says is the scale is just a number. It's just feedback, okay? And you just got to take it as feedback, The scale is going to give you feedback every day, and then you just need to look at what you had the previous day to determine why the scale went up or why it went down, okay? So that brings us to the last bunny, which is tracking. So even though you don't need to count calories or count containers or quantify macros or anything like that, she wants you to write it down. So if you had a cheeseburger, you write it down. If you had a donut, you write it down. If you had 3 heads of lettuce, you write it down. It doesn't matter, right? You just have to write it down, what you had. And then when you get on the scale, let's say you had 3 cheeseburgers. You get on the scale the next day and you've gone up 2 pounds. Well, now you know why. Oh, maybe I only should have 1 cheeseburger, So that's the way it works. And it's super simple. Like Brian said, there's a lot more to it than that, but that's the fundamental key principles, and it makes a lot of sense, and you got to look at the scale as just, it's not good or bad, it's just feedback, and you can gain weight for lots of reasons. Let's say you had something salty, well, you're going to retain water, so you look back at, I do that all the time. It's like, why did I gain 2 pounds? I was right on the money with my diet, but then I look and I well, I had this soy sauce on whatever, which caused me to retain water, right? So that's fine. That just means that I look forward to the next day because I know I'm going to drop 2 pounds. And she says, if you're only weighing in once a week, well, you may do really good during the week, right? And you may be down 2 or 3 pounds, but then like on a Friday night or a Saturday, you may indulge. And then by Sunday or Monday, when you weigh in, you're right back up. So you don't see the progress that you're making, but if you see the progress that you're making and the decisions that you're making, which affect the progress, then you're going to stick with it. Right. And that's the fundamental mind shift that's happened.
Yeah. And what we noticed, and it wasn't really a shock, but seeing it on paper and seeing it, you realize that, yeah, this is what's happened, validates it, and what Monday through Friday, we're great. We breakfast, lunch, dinner, healthy, meal prep, everything, and writing down, like Greg said, what we ate. And you don't write down like if you had a cheeseburger. You can if you want. I mean, if it changes a lot, but you don't write down, 2 buns, a tomato, mayonnaise. No, you had a cheeseburger. That's what you write down. 1 cheeseburger or maybe 2 cheeseburgers. If it was McDonald's cheeseburger, write down McDonald's cheeseburger. But writing down the food and then watching the scale go down. Like for me, I started at 163.8. And then, Monday, Tuesday, and watching it 163.4, and then looking at the food I was eating, 163, 162.7. Okay. And then Saturday comes, and then I weigh on Sunday morning and I'm back up to 162.8. And then Monday morning, I'm back up to 163. And I'm like, whoa, why did that stop? And then I'm looking and seeing what we're doing on the weekends where we're kind of not following the meal prep, because we meal prep Monday through Friday. And plus our schedules are a lot different on the weekends. And I'm sure a lot of us are like that. So I'm not eating at the same times as I do Monday through Friday. So I noticed that trend. And and the foods that we were eating, we snack more on the weekends, and then and it showed it. The proof was right there on the scale. Now that's and then on Monday I work out and whatever and track and follow, and then the scale goes down again, and it kind of that's kind of me going like that, which I'm fine with. But a lot of other people that are going to use this program to really lose that weight, they're going to have that revelation, and they're going to find out those foods that are actually causing it, or those meals that are actually causing that scale to go up. And then you can use that data to make adjustments. And then and it's almost like a game, and then the next weekend you can say, well, wow, this weekend this is what I did, and this is what the scale went up. Let me try next weekend to do this, to do something different. So it kind of comes like a little game that you make with yourself, because you really want to see what the number is, and you want to see what the data is. And that's kind of what Andrea and I did. And then, so even though we wanted the ice cream Saturday night, you're like, no, we can't do it. Because we want to see, if this is truly working, and sure enough, yeah. And then Monday morning comes, we step on the scale and it went down again, so it really does. Even though we all know that, right? Sounds like common sense, but really seeing it on paper, and the apps coming out, which we didn't get a chance to use, but I'm sure that's going to be awesome to even see it better with graphs and stuff. But just seeing it on paper really validates that yes, having those 3 cookies really did do something, and it's showing, So maybe if I don't have those 3 cookies, maybe just have 1, and then I can continue that trend of weight loss.
Yeah. So, exercise is another thing that kind of blows people's minds. It's not required, right? It's like extra credit. That's what she calls it. It's extra credit, right? And for us as Beachbody coaches, that's just like taboo, right? But if you think of programs like Weight Watchers and all these other programs on the market, they market to people that, may be too obese to work out. They may not be able to work out. So a lot of people are turned off by Beachbody because Beachbody requires workouts, right? Well, now we have a program that doesn't require workouts. And it's also great because you can do the 2B mindset with any workout program that you want. So if you don't want to count containers, you can do 80-day obsession and do 2B mindset. 2B mindset is literally a program that you can do for life. It's super simple. Once you got it, you got it. Once you have like everything that she tells you and the simple formulas that she gives you, you could apply it to any workout program for the rest of your life. And it doesn't matter if you want to maintain your weight, gain weight, or whatever, So I really liked it.
And you know what happens? It does change your mindset, and it gives you more confidence when it comes to knowing that you can lose weight. So when you have that weekend where maybe companies in town, or you went out to eat, special anniversary dinner, I don't know, whatever, and you splurge a little too much, and then you follow the bunnies, and then next day you get on the scale and you didn't have enough water, you didn't do your water first or your veggies most, and you get on the scale and then you see the number go up. The weekend before, when you were 100% on the game, you lost weight. Okay. And then this weekend you gained a little bit weight. It's not a crushing blow. It's like, oh, that's okay, because I can take it right back off. I know how to do it. I did it last weekend and I'll do it again this weekend. So, and that's what, a lot of people with their mindset. And if you're just weighing yourself once a week, like Greg said, and you don't know where the changes, why they're happening or where they're coming from. And then all of a sudden, you have that treat meal or that treat day, and you feel so deflated because now, you lost 2 pounds during the week and now you're up 2 pounds. So you're back to the starting point and you're like, oh, well, you know how to lose those 2 pounds because you already did it and you tracked it and you know exactly how it worked, how you did it. Then all you got to do is just do it again. And then what happens is, those times where you are going out or not following the plan exactly become fewer and further between for people, because they really get excited that they can see this happening and they want to continue doing it. They want to continue, trying to be the best they can with this program. So a lot of people in the group was like that. And what Ileana does too is she has this program comes with tons of videos that really go into depth and detail on how all of this stuff works, physically and mentally. And like I said, she has a lot more tips and tools that you utilize. But she really goes into, like, just for example, how to handle going out to dinner, and the things to avoid and what to do. The videos I liked a lot, Greg, and maybe you can share some of your favorite ones. Real simple too, was where she goes to the grocery store shop, and you watch her shop for 30 minutes, and it's really cool to see her insight into what she's buying and why she's buying it, and how to really do it. Now, for all of us here on the call, okay, we're Beachbody coaches, and a lot of this stuff we know, right? We know the bad foods and the sugars, and we can go into the grocery store and we know, to stay on the outsides and not go in the aisles. We know all that stuff. We're coaches. Some of us been doing this a while. So this program is for those people who really don't know what to do. They just don't know, and they need someone to guide them. They need someone to take them to the grocery store and show them the right way to shop. And she does it, and and right there, and shows you exactly what to do. So those are some of my favorite videos.
Yeah, and I love that. It's not like the Ultimate Reset where you've got to make your own dressing and you've got to buy weird foods and stuff like that, right? I mean, this is for anybody. I mean, she goes to the store, like Brian says, another video, she shows us her fridge. She shows us her pantry. She opens up her cupboard. She pulls out like regular store-bought dressing, and she teaches you how to look at the labels and how to shop for things, and I mean, it's like some coaches were complaining, like, why do you have like Hidden Valley, and it's just, this is real life. This is what people do. Not everyone wants to make their own salad dressing, This can apply to anybody, right? Your mom, your dad, they're going to love this program because it's so practical. So, Brian, why don't I share the slides now? I have some slides that I got, and then we'll come back and you share about the guides that are, and the packs that are coming out, all right? Okay, so so we don't go too long, I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna go through some slides that actually Nikki Johnson had put together, and she had shared, I think, on the Champions page, if you guys had seen that, but here, let me hit, but I modified them a little bit, and she talked about how to prepare for the launch, and that's what we're going to do, right? We're going to prepare for the launch as a team. So as if you guys saw, I created a group today, right? It's our pre-launch group, so everyone can join that. I gave the link in one of my posts today, the post on the different packs that are coming out. So there's a link to the group, so you guys can all join the group, and you can invite whoever you want, anybody that's interested. You can invite them into that group. So this is, we're going to talk about how to invite, how to prepare for this. Okay, so it's like, a good things that you can talk about is like I mentioned, right? It's like I was struggling with the containers, right? I was struggling with, like with the 80-day obsession, I was on plan because of my size and everything, right? I'm on, and my weight, I'm on like plan D or E or something like that, where it has me eating like fruits and carbs, like 4 carbs and 4 things of fruit or 5 things of fruit throughout the day, right? Like, and that's why I'm not losing any weight, right? So, you could talk about your, frustrations or anything like that, or if you have problems with binging on foods, or, depriving yourself of foods, or you may feel like a fraud because you're not losing weight, right? Or maybe, Nikki had talked about like how she was dissatisfied with her body and how that bled into her business, and she didn't feel like being a coach until she started doing 2B Mindset, and it totally changed, her and her body, and she lost 15 pounds, and you guys are going to see that as well. And so this is, her transformation picture. And this is her husband in his transformation. And I included a few other people from the test group and their transformations. And these were in our test group. And, everyone was in the 10, 15, 20 pound range. So, I mean, it definitely works. It depends on how much you have to lose, and that's just in a month or 2, right? So the longer you stay on it, Alana has, we were in one of the, I think the 3rd test group. She's had test groups that have been going for a year, and people have lost 100 pounds that were in her original test group. So those are still going, and those results are still going to come out. Let's launch. So the prep group, like I mentioned, is already started. Let's set a, team goals, set personal goals for who you can invite, how many people you can get in there as a team. I know we got several hundred people doing 80-day obsession. We should be able to blow that number away as a team. Just think about like all the people that, your mom, your dad, your uncle, Bill, who would never do a program like 80-day obsession, but they would do a program like 2B Mindset, right? If you told them about it, if you invited them, we should be able to double that number. So whatever we have in our 80-day obsession, let's plan on doubling that as a team and get, twice as many into this 2B Mindset group, where we can start talking about it with people, and we can start sharing stuff, and we can start sharing healthy foods that we're eating, and we can start following Alana and getting people excited for the program. So, think about like who you can invite, personally invite them, track who you're inviting. I have changed the group. I've set up these 3 questions in the group, so we can, whoever joins, just give them a link to the group. They'll fill out these questions, and then we can track who they, are sent from. You can track it on your own. You can, Nikki has a form which she shared here, like a Google form that she created, where she asks everybody questions, and then she can keep track of her people. Once she gets them into the group, she has them fill out this form, and then she can follow up with them with how much they want to lose and their goals and stuff like that. So as far as content goes, you know, as far as in prepping for the group, right, in this prep group that we're going to be running for the next, what is it, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however much time we have left. We can do things like follow Alana on Instagram, on YouTube. She's got videos and she does posts all the time. We can talk about any type, you know, to get people ready for this. Like this picture here. You know, I posted my foods. I don't know if you guys followed me, but I posted like the whole time that I was in the test group, and I still do. I posted all my foods. You know, we weren't supposed to post our foods, but if you watched,
I know.
If you weren't supposed to, I mean, if you watched my Instagram stories, you saw everything that I was eating, when I was eating it, you know. But this is a typical plate, right? It's mostly veggies most, right? A little bit of protein. You won't really see, or you shouldn't see carbs at night, which is a big thing. Other type of posts, you know, we could talk about healthy recipes, fantastic food Fridays. We could share stuff. She shared this bingo, veggie bingo that we could play. So just different ideas that we can do in the group while, you know, while we're waiting for it to come out, in addition to talking about 2B mindset and stuff like that. So we can create a photo album of transformation photos, and I can get more photos from the test group. We can follow coaches, see how they're posting about it, snag testimonials from people in the test group. Okay, so how to invite. Personal invites, obviously, email invites, public invites, like on Instagram, Facebook, story invites, Instagram stories. So here is a sample invite that Nikki shared, where she just gave somebody, you know, she did a simple invite. She gave them a link to the group, right? And then she gave them a link to her Google Forms. So it's as simple as that. You know, once she got them into the group, she sent them a link to her form, and then she can find out more information about them and what they want to do and what their goals are. So post ideas, she talks about, you know, answer questions publicly, even if no one is actually asking. Like, pick 2 or 3 questions and relate them to the ideal customers. Share your personal struggles with how 2B is going to help them overcome it. Examples, how deprivation leads to binging, feeling you know, unmotivated, feeling like a fraud, you know, lack of love for working out. All these things are going to appeal to a lot of people, and you could make posts about it or stories about it, right? You could share before and afters from the test group, right? I'm going to be posting those in our group, and you feel free to share those yourself and just say, hey, look, you know, this coach or my friend got these amazing results, you know. So share your own before and afters. So let's see. Here's an example that Nikki did. We don't have to go over this right now. I'll share these in the group. Here's somebody who wasn't in the test group, and she shared her story, like we were talking about. And I'll also share this in our group, so that in our coach group, so that you guys can look at it. So she also gives an sample email of how to invite, and she even shows you how you could use your Instagram links, right? Your bio link to put that form up there, and you know, find out whoever's interested. And obviously, when you're doing your Instagram stories or your post, you could say, you know, fill out the form in my bio link, and have people do that. That's a good strategy. So, you know, what she does is, you know, hey, I saw you join the sneak peek group. How are you liking it so far? And then she gives them the link to the Google form as well. And that helps her keep track of everybody. And here's her form. She gives it to you exactly. And again, I don't have to go over everything right now. I'll post these slides in the group and you guys can look at it and you can duplicate it if you want, or just get ideas from it, you know, from the post and stuff like that. So she tells different ways of maximizing the launch, like videos, blog posts, stuff like that. Let's see. What is your goal today? Then double it. Do not wait. Start talking to people now. Commit to purchasing the program and doing it along with your customers. So basically, the program is going to come out on May 2nd, guys, right? So we're all going to get in the group. We're going to start prepping for it now. When it comes out on May 2nd, we're all going to buy it. And there are literally 40-some videos, right, Brian? I don't know. There was like 20-some instructional videos and 15 recipes, something like that. So everyone will have 1 week to watch the videos. You don't have to watch all the videos. Basically, if you could watch the first 10 to 20 videos and you really get a good understanding of the program. And so that way we'll start together on May the 7th. So that's 1 week later. Okay. And then, you know, we'll all get our customers and everybody in the group that will all, you know, commit to doing it together. We'll all get it on the 2nd, and then we'll start on the 7th. So any questions about that? Okay. Brian, you want to talk about the...
I had a question.
Yeah.
I haven't checked the post on the package for the program. You have the slide, like how much is the program?
Yeah, that's what Brian's going to talk about right now.
Okay.
Yeah, let me, by the way, I posted in the chat the link to, why isn't this working? Okay. The link to the group, someone asked for it. So this is it right here. And it's in the chat. Okay, so you guys can, I won't spend too much time on this, but you guys can, did my screen switch, Greg?
We're looking at the group.
You still looking at the group?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you looking at now?
Looks like the coach office, FAQ
Okay.
or something.
Okay, yeah. So if you guys go, there's two things I'll show you. First, I'll show you the FAQ, which is 9749. So if you go here, it's tons of information, but it gives you the charts right here. So promo pricing. And Beachbody's going to start doing this for a lot of the programs that are upcoming, even the workout programs. This one's a special program because it's not a workout program. It is Beachbody's sort of solution next to Weight Watchers, like we were saying. Complete nutrition program that's going to come with, you know, you're going to get in the kit, you're going to get the water bottle. The tracker app itself goes live, I believe, 6/4, is it?
Yes.
June 4th?
Yeah.
So that you're going to get that. So there's
the videos will be on the app as well. So the app will have the tracking, it'll have the videos, it'll have everything.
Yeah. So it is separate from Beachbody On Demand. That's the first thing that you need to know, that it isn't included in your Beachbody On Demand. It's under the nutrition tab on the website, Beachbody On Demand, or on your Beachbody On Demand underneath the nutrition tab, and it's a separate thing. So people who have Beachbody On Demand, you won't get 2B Mindset unless you get it, and people who get 2B Mindset won't have the rest of Beachbody On Demand. So it's two separate things. So starting on, well, let's see what's included. Okay, here's where it tells you about all the videos. It gives you the printed materials, getting started guide, the go-to guide, To Be Mindset recipe book, and then the water bottle. And then access to the app once the app goes live. So the promo pricing will begin on May 2nd. That's when it'll be released. And for the first month, it's going to be at a discounted price. So for us, where are we? For coaches, okay, the coach promo price is $74.25. So it's $74. And then the regular retail that customers will pay, not coaches, is $99. And that's just for the basic kit, to get the kit that I just showed you and access to everything, To Be Mindset. They do have the challenge pack bundles for existing customers to get, and for new customers and new enrolling coaches to get. To Be Mindset Shakeology Challenge Pack is $160, and then everything, the To Be Mindset Beachbody On Demand for the year, and Shakeology for $200. It's actually a pretty good price. Then you're only paying like what, $40 for To Be Mindset. Unless it's $180, isn't the Beachbody On Demand now $180, the challenge pack? Okay, so
No.
for 20, is it $160?
Yeah.
Okay, $160. It's on promotion. That'll go back up to $180. And then it's got the different prices for UK and Canada. And then the retail pricing starts on 6/4. So the promotion period is over. And then on 6/4, it'll go to its regular price, which is $119, $120, and then the coach price is $90. So that's why I get it now when it's discounted. And like I said, that is the FAQs 9749, or I just type in To Be Mindset like I did. You get that. The other thing is, I don't know if my screen's going to change if I do this. Did my screen change?
Yes.
Okay, so now you see the coach office, To Be Mindset.
Yep.
Underneath, Grow My Business, Product Tools and Shareable Media, To Be Mindset Product Toolkit. And the Challenge Pack Guide isn't available yet, I don't think, but it's coming. But here you can get the Product Training Guide and the To Be Mindset Product Comparison Guide, which is exactly what I just talked about. A new customer, enrolling coach, yes. And it tells you what to do. Or if you're an existing customer, yes. Are you on Shakeology? Yes. Then it's a flow chart. No, go down here and it tells you which thing to get for that person. And if you're a coach, which are all of us, yes is column C, which is right there. So that's what we get. We don't need challenge packs because we're coaches. We already get Shakeology. So that's in there. And then the other thing is the product training guide, just more stuff. But I love her videos. If you can share those with people, it's awesome. That's one thing in the group. Greg and I had a chance to meet her at Leadership last year. And we didn't know her. No one, knew this was coming out or whatever. It kind of got announced there. And she was just so down to earth, and just like, she had lunch with us. And she actually, remember, Greg, she actually did spill the beans on the two bunnies, but she didn't tell us what they meant. She said, you'll find out. You'll find out.
Yeah.
But she stop sharing. She's just so personable and down to earth. And that comes across in her videos, especially when a lot of the videos are very, not a lot of them, but a few of them are very technical, where, she's really explaining, things. She's really explaining how to do something, giving you the test. But when she just kind of sits back and, like, when she's shopping, and she's just, or in her kitchen, and she's just kind of talking, she's kind of reminds me of Autumn. She's like talking to the camera, and, and there's going to be things that you're going to that's because it happened to me. You know, I'm doing this for 6 years, where she said something, and I was like, you know what? I never thought of it that way. Yeah. So, and I think being in the coach group or the test group after launch, which she's going to be in, is really going to help a lot of people too. So we need to talk about that too, Greg.
Yeah.
You know, because you get your ticket. How do you get your ticket in there again? You have to.
Well, it's just like with the 80-day obsession, right? So if you buy one of the packs, right, whether it's the coach pack or a custom
Any pack.
huh?
Is it any pack?
Any of the 2B Mindset packs, right? So if you're a coach, well, only coaches get into the group with the llama, just like the exclusive group with Autumn, right? So if you buy the coach pack, right, and coaches can't buy the challenge pack, right? So basically, if you buy either you're a customer and you sign up as a coach with the challenge pack, or you're an existing coach and you just buy the base kit for $74, you get into the group, right? And she's great. I mean, she would talk to us like twice a week for an hour and a half, you know, and she answers everybody's questions. And I thought she did a great job, you know, in the test group. So I think you guys will love it.
She's very active, which kind of surprised me.
Yeah, and she comments on everybody's posts. Well, she did in our group, you know. Now, if there's like 50,000 coaches in there, she probably can't. But
I think it's going to be smaller than 80 Day.
Yeah, probably.
It's not as well known as
Oh
Autumn.
my God, stop.
Yeah, but she is very, very, you know, down to earth. You know, very relatable, right? So. So, do you guys have any questions before we wrap up?
Just a kind of a quick question here, like the scale thing. Does anybody know of a scale that would work with the fact that I'm on an air ride in my truck that might be somewhat accurate?
Do you ever have to stop and weigh your truck?
You should.
Oh, I weighed my truck on. I just weighed the whole truck and trailer on a scale. Yeah.
So can you do that? Get off the truck, do it, then get on the truck.
If I want to pay $11.50.
Is it that sensitive though? Those scales?
I'm not sure. I've got a set of old like rotary analog scale, and I'm thinking maybe to put that in here, it might do better than a digital.
Connie, what you could do is bring a board and then put the weight scale outside the truck on the pavement on the board, and
Okay,
then
now
take the weight.
let me ask you a question now. This is kind of, I guess, where I'm really going with this. How can I keep it in calibration?
It should be fine.
Yeah.
Being bounced around in a truck shouldn't make that much difference to it.
Okay, because I can hit some pretty significant bumps in this truck.
If you want, I can look up some scales for you that are really good for mobile.
Okay.
I traveled all over the province of Alberta for 5 years with weight scales, and we calibrated all the time. They never went out. It's a certain brand that's really good for travel. So if I
Okay,
know
I
that brand,
appreciate that.
yeah, I'll let you know. And the scales aren't that expensive.
Because I really am looking forward to this because, you know, living out of my refrigerator, I love vegetables. It's just difficult trying to reach back and grab those vegetables while you're driving down the road and you get hungry. But no. Okay, yeah. But on the program itself, I was trying to set up like my doing the Instagram and that we just did. I'm having a disconnect somewhere in the forms and how to link them. How can I say? it said something about generating email, and then it said it couldn't do something, and I'm like, okay, I ain't got a clue what I'm doing now. Something went haywire.
Are you talking the link tree that we talked about? The link tree?
Okay, I did the link tree, and I got it okay for like doing my bio and things in my Google Drive.
Okay, good.
But there was a form. I went in and I did the form. So I guess it was a form somebody else had shared, and I kind of used it. And it said something about it was an email generator. And then when somebody went to go on and use it, they said it didn't work.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Does anybody else know what she's talking
There's an
about?
option. There's an option on Google Form that you could select for them to, I guess, get the email of the people that are filling it out. I don't like doing that. What I do is I set up a respond separate sheet. So anytime I see somebody fill out the form, I can see their response and then follow up and then put on my own spreadsheet. But there's an option on the Google Form that you could select that. And then you'll see on the very top, it'll ask you for email first before any of your columns that you decide to do, like first name, last name, and all the other questions you want to ask.
Okay, what did you call that again, Armando?
The Google Form, it shows,
Yeah.
I believe is on the top right-hand corner. It's going to say generating email. Don't select that. There's like a little box. Is a green box, and it looks like an X, a gray X. You click that, and that's basically setting up your response for that form. So you'll get
Okay.
you'll have your regular form, and then you'll have the respond form. So anybody that responds, you're gonna see all their answers, and you can follow up yourself. Versus Google.
Okay,
Selecting
now
all
how
the
do you get notified that they've done the form?
They changed that in the prior form. You used to get an email saying somebody filled it out. I just go every morning and I check it out and throughout the day to see if anybody filled it out.
Okay, so I'd have to go back into forms, or
Yeah, go back into your. I selected my respond form and then my regular form. So I don't ever look at the form unless I'm going to change something in it. So I just focus on my response, and then I see who's responded to anything and follow up with them.
Yeah, there is.
okay,
a
I
couple
may be
different
getting
ways
back to you.
to get
Okay,
notified.
I may be. Okay, I'm sorry. What was that?
I was just saying there are a couple different ways to get notified by email if somebody fills out the form, and I can create a instruction video for that if you want.
I would really appreciate it, because I have gotten so lost on. I remember this and I don't remember that, and where did I put this? And
Yeah,
I'm
no
like
worries.
all over, because I've got two gals at a truck stop that I've been talking with, and they're interested in this 2B mindset.
Okay.
So I really want to kind of get on the right track going with them.
Yeah, but don't overcomplicate it. Like if you're not tech savvy like Samara, then just don't worry about the form, right? Just invite people and give them the link to the group, and that's all you got to do,
Okay, because see, I try to do what I can to simplify my end of it, because like lately I've been coming in on Saturday afternoon and wash clothes, clean truck, and I'm leaving back out Sunday afternoon. So it's not leaving a whole lot of time for anything else.
Right.
So I've really been struggling with how to minimize time and make it work.
Yeah, you can track by pen and paper who you invite to the group. It doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. Don't frustrate yourself, right?
Okay.
But
Well,
I'm
like I said,
happy
I was
create
trying
a
to do
little
some
video
things.
for
Yeah. Okay.
you. All right. Any other
Hey
questions?
there. Quick question. I don't know if anyone saw it in the chat, but Rosemary asked if it's DVD as well. No DVDs. Everything is streaming. It is all on the nutrition part of Beachbody On Demand.
I would
And
be
once-
surprised if Beachbody ever came out with another DVD program.
Me too. Me too. And on the app, everything will be right there on the app. Every video, every guide, recipe book, everything right there.
It'll also be on the Beachbody On Demand nutrition tab, right? So you can access it. The app will be out initially, right? So you'll be able to access it through Beachbody On Demand, going to the nutrition tab and watch all the videos there as well. If you buy it, right? If you
Right.
just have Beachbody On Demand, it'll be locked, right?
It'll kind of like be like the old way it was, where you had to buy the programs to unlock them.
Yeah, right. But you still get every program that comes out for free or included. You just won't get the nutrition as a whole separate
Right.
thing. But now what they're doing is they're doing VIP early access to every new program. So you can pay to unlock it early, right? So like Joel's new program doesn't come out officially on Beachbody On Demand until October 1st. But if you want to unlock it early, you can unlock it at Summit, right? And you can pay whatever the fee is going to be, and you can unlock it early. So, okay, well, let's wrap up. We've gone an hour, and I'll post the video and I'll post the slides so you guys can look at those invite examples if you want. And if you want to create a form, you can look at how she created a form. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Like I said, And I'll see you guys in the group.